Hello guys, even more information came out. This is the Legion beta PvP talents for rogues. Not all of them are finished and a lot of them are subject to change, but this is the first example we have of the PvP talents. Now, if you don't know, PvE, well, there's two types of talents. There's talents for each class, but then there's PvP talents. As far as I understand, you can use both of them. You can use the original talents you get for your class, but in PvP, you have access to PvP talents as well to change your playstyle and change different passives in order to make PvP more viable for you. And PvP talents are created in order to balance the game out easier because you have these talents that affect just about every single aspect of your gameplay. And the way they work is, right now there's not the best picture of it, but you will start with a prestige system. You will get first level here, and then you will go down this list. Then you will start unlocking the second column. And then after you have more than one column, you can swap around between which ones you want. And then you have third column by the time of prestige. To max, or by the time you level up your PvP talents to max level, and then you can prestige. And in prestige, you start from the start, and then you go through over, but then you get rewards when you prestige every time. It's kind of a difficult situation to describe. It's a lot like Call of Duty prestige system. You can rank up to max level, prestige, start from the beginning, you get a reward, but then you have to redo it all over again. But if you do it once, get all the columns unlocked, you have everything. So hopefully that was enough for me to get through all the basics. In terms of talking about what the PvP talents are, let's actually take a look at the rogue ones. And I feel like as far as I understand, some of them are similar to one another, but some are rogue specific. So let's take a look at them. First one is Gladiator's Medallion. 2-minute cooldown removes all movement repair and effects, so that's going to be taken away from humans because it would make no sense for human players to also have, basically an instant trinket. So every race is going to have it, so it doesn't matter if you're human or whatever. Next on the list we're gonna go down the list of like how you would get them in what level, as you level up the PvP talents. So the next three we're going down the same column. For DPS, you would have damage increased by 15%. Being attacked will cancel this effect for 8 seconds. So if you're not damaged, you deal 15% extra damage. So for a rogue, that'd be great when in an opener. For tank, you would have hardness. I don't know if you can actually select any of these. Maybe it's a choice. But as far as being attacked, damage by 3%, less for 10 seconds, attacks 5 times. Maybe it'll be a choice. Maybe it'll just be one that you get, one or the other. If healing on target below 50%, health gain 50%. That's probably a healer. Hardness is probably a tank one. It's hard to tell because no one's really sure what who is gonna get what kind of talents out of this. But we'll just go with DPS. Chain of thought, damage increased by 15%. Great for rogues when you're opening on target. Improved sprint. Sprint suppresses all movement impairing effects for 4 seconds when used. That is awesome for PvP. That'd be interesting what it has to compare with. Turn the tables. After coming out of a stun, your damage is increased by 15% for 6 seconds. That is awesome because rogues can, after you're stunned, you can backfire an enemy. That's an interesting mechanic and will be a lot of cool play for PvP. Then you have spec-specific ones here. For assassination, it's Deadly Brew. Deadly Poison also applies Wound Poison's effect. Healing debuff effect. So Deadly Poison will literally just apply 1 poison, so you can deal more poison damage. Outlaw gets pieces of 8. Using Roll of the Bones also applies a random effect to allies within 10 yards for 10 seconds. Within 10 yards for 10 seconds. That's an interesting one. I don't know if I'll go with that off the bat. Off the bat, I wouldn't go with this one because Roll of the Bones is a talent, and this could be good in arenas, but you just don't know until you try it. Filthy Tricks, Vanish deals 10% shadow damage to all enemies within 8 yards, disorients them for 2 seconds. That's an interesting one. That could be actually as a subtlety. Next we have Assassination at the last end of the column of the tree, Crippling Venom. Your Venom applies Crippling Venom, dealing damage over time. Crippling Venom duration is refreshed when the target moves. So the more your target moves, the more damage you deal. That's awesome, actually. Basically forcing the target to stand still. Outlaw gets Dead Man's Reach, increase the range of killing spree by 15 yards. I feel like that's useless, because Killing Spree is a talent now. So you can't have pieces of 8 and Dead Man's Reach. Increase the range of Killing Spree. That could be good or maybe bad. I'm not even sure yet. Dagger in the Dark for subtlety. Each second while stealth is active, nearby enemies within 10 yards take additional 10% damage from your next shadow strike for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 10 times. Wow, so you can actually have this 100% more damage from your next shadow strike. If you just hang around near the enemy. You're gonna basically sit in stealth forever. Never gonna get out. Next column, we have Adaptation. A full loss of control effect with a duration of 5 seconds or longer will be removed shortly after being applied. This effect has a 1.5 minute cooldown. So basically, the very first CC, full base CC, is never good. You're never gonna sit a full base CC every 1 minute cooldown. So basically, it's like a trinket on its own with a slightly shorter cooldown. So this could be good for like arenas when people are just lining up on you. So that's a competitive choice. Mind quickness, increase haste by 15%. Okay, so train of thought could be good, but mind quickness seems better because train of thought stops working if you are hit. Intent to kill, it reduces energy cost of Shadow Strike by 50%. That must be a subtlety ability, because you can't even use that as assassination or outlaw. Honor Among Thieves doesn't even say anything. Again, not everything is updated yet, but it's all coming to fruition. This is the very first look. Assassination, Mind Numbing Poison, casting spells while under this effect will cause you to take nature damage. Wow, so moving, you take damage, casting spells take damage. Outlaw, Castaway. It's a ball. Okay, maximum health is increased by 30%, and your Crimson Vial cooldown cools up to percentage faster while there are no allies within 40 yards. This is literally 1v1. More health and more healing, as long as you're by yourself. That's awesome. I like the Castaway, the reference. That's a Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks movie, I believe. Blind Daggers. Phantom Knives deals more damage and strikes 2 more targets for assassination. Interesting. Outlaw. Dead Man Tell No Tale. Killing Spree's cooldown will be reset if he kills a target. That is awesome. That actually makes Killing Spree kind of useful for PvP. So then you won't be able to use Dead Man's Reach, but you could use Dead Man Tell No Lies together. Subtlety. Slaughter from the shadows. You remain enveloped in shadows up to 2 seconds after coming out of stealth, causing all physical damage to miss you. Wow, so when you open up, nobody can stop you. That's pretty cool. Relentless. Duration of becoming crowd control effects is reduced by 24%. That's a competitive with the rest. I feel like that could be useful. Adaptation could be useful. I probably would go for Medallion, but adaptation might be a better option. Just because you never take full CC damage. But at a 1.5 second cooldown though, so it's a different story. What if you do like a lot of short pseudo interrupts? That'd be weird. Initiation, critical strike, increase 30% on targets with above 80% health, so when you open up a new target, you can deal more damage. Cut to the chase. If nearby enemies within 10 yards move faster than you at any given time, you match the movement speed and exceed it by 5% for 3 seconds. So that is the way Outlaw would be able to gain the movement speed on top of enemies. Cut to the chase. That's an interesting one. Intent to kill doesn't more apply. And Brutal Spirit and Cut to the Chase seem interesting. We have nothing for this last column to compare even. Outlaw. Crimson Vial heals all allies within unit cancelled yards for 15 seconds. What? Heals all allies within unit cancelled yards for 15%. Okay, so Pieces of Eight is more playstyle with team. Drink My Hearties is playstyle with team. Castaway is more solo play. Child Caress, Subtlety. Nobody even knows. Let me refresh the page. Maybe there'll be something updated. That's for druids. Nope, nothing yet. Alright, and last one on the list of the last column. Assassination System Shock. Casting Venom will at least 5 common points on a target afflicted by Garrote, Rupture, and lethal poison deals more nature damage, reducing movement speed by 90% for 2 seconds. Holy shit. Outlaw Plunder steals the equips of the target's armor, reduces their damage dealt by 20%, their maximum health by 20%, increases yours by the same amount. You steal, and 2-minute cooldown, you steal enemies. It doesn't even say a cooldown for it. It's 2-minute cooldown, but it doesn't say how long it lasts. But you steal their equipment, it reduces their damage and health by 20%, increases your damage and health by 20%. That's kind of OP. Smoke Bomb. Okay, so Smoke Bomb isn't going to be a ability for everyone. Subtlety will have it. Creates cloud of smoke. Okay, so we've seen that before. So this is something that's going to be updated on here, and I am going to post to this video a link for this. This is kind of cool. This is a lot of changes on top of it. Look at all the other changes for priests, paladins, monks, and everybody else. They don't have demon hunters yet, but this is something that's going to be updated, and eventually they're going to make it an actual page with like towns you can see with pictures and everything. So I'll probably go through an updated version of this once it's fully updated. But this is all the brand new beta information that I can come up with and show you guys. I'm hoping to get into the beta as early as possible in order to show you guys a lot more. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is not even the first video I recorded today. My tongue is getting a bit tongue-tied. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed. Having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.